Hi guys. It is now after school. It is 4:14 p.m. I'm going to be here for I think another 30 minutes. So, what's happening? Today was an okay day, I think. We went through some lectures for each period. Last period was quite chilled for physics 11. I had them actually do like a lab. Like I think I was talking to you about that. So all they had to do to take the my parents' scale back to their house. So basically, students had to kind of like weigh themselves. We went to like one of the side stairs, and they had to kind of like run up the stairs at like a normal pace. Then the second time they had to run up the stairs at a faster pace. Um, each student in each group did that 3 times so they can take the average, and they have to like have one person like timing them or each person in their group to see how fast they're going up the stairs. They had to calculate the gravitational potential energy, which is like the work done, and then they have to calculate their amount, like that's basically their energy over the time, and eventually they're basically calculating the power of each student. And then there's a bunch of analysis questions. So this is going to be, like I mentioned, a formal lab write up, and I think they should be okay. Like I mentioned, we have done formal lab write ups before, and I'm just posting everything up online like right now, like all the components they need to include. However, their lab write up is not going to be due until next week because this week they have another assignment they're working on, which is due tomorrow, which was for physics. It was just about like solar panels, windmills, and using renewable energy sources is what this family is trying to do, is directly like from the last chapter in the textbook. So I thought that would be kind of fun. And then each student's just going to like present their view and their research that they have done in class tomorrow. So I think even tomorrow's class is going to be pretty easygoing. Today I actually gave them quite a bit of time to work on their posters for the science fair presentations that they're going to do on Friday. However, we did want them handing in their posters tomorrow, or just kind of like, the teachers taking a look at everyone's posters and just maybe giving some feedback. And then, like, the good copy of the poster, they have to hand in on Thursday. And then they're going to set up the gym. So, Friday mornings is when the science fair is going to take place. I know we want the elementary students to, like, kind of come down and take a look as well. The elementary students, if I didn't mention, they actually had their science fair last month, and I was one of the judges. Um, for the most part, I think like I like some of the experiments. They were pretty cool. Students were able to actually or allowed to come up with their own like topics. But how we did it for for our students is that we actually gave them a topic, like I mentioned, because it has to be pertaining to the courses that we're teaching. We have to incorporate that into like a grade, because that's the only way the students will participate in the science fair, is if like you're like it's mandatory and everyone has to do like a poster board to present, and we're gonna have like an internal science fair. um yeah, but I think it's fun, and it's fun when like students are like, I guess, like working with someone else, so they don't have to do as much work and they can just kind of again divide up the work, right? So I think that's actually really helpful. Okay, so I think I'm gonna, like I said, just be here for another 30 minutes. I do have to go to my parents' place today. I have the private tutoring for chemistry 11, 12 for that IB student, like I mentioned. We already did 2 classes. Tomorrow's the third class, or today is the third class actually. So yeah, I think it should be good. Like last class I believe we were just going through.
A
Hi.
scale? Oh my god. What is that?
Yeah, I have to take that back home because they were doing an experiment
Oh
today.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so um, it was okay. They were kind of complaining because they had to run up and down the stairs and time
No.
themselves. And then
Oh
they had
really?
to, yeah, they had to calculate their energy, their power, and
Wow.
like,
That's all science, right?
it's science,
Yeah.
yeah, for physics.
Hey, it sounds like fun.
Yeah, I thought so too. I thought it wasn't too
Yeah.
bad. Um,
Are all of them coming back next year?
well, like a few of them are graduating.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, like,
There'll still be like, is it
yeah,
25 or 30?
25 maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or 27, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
good.
The grade 11s are going to come back,
Yeah.
right? They're
Yeah,
going to be in
sure.
grade 12 and then they'll graduate.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
know there's no 13 anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
Sure.
All right, see you. Yeah. All right, so that was just one of the other teachers there. I think she teaches kindergarten. Yeah, so I was just saying that, yeah, like I have to take the scale back. That's what she noticed. So I was telling her about the lab that we did for physics. Um, yeah, but I think overall, like the lab was pretty good. I mean, like I said, in the textbook, it was a little bit more like, I think, complicated. Like students would have to use like the weights and stuff. I did bring my free weights, but I just thought it would take maybe a little bit longer. And I know all the students wanted to actually be working for on their poster board for the science fair. So I tried to allocate the time like that. So right now I'm just gonna prepare the lectures for tomorrow for Trillium, and I think also for economics, we're going through a couple of the topics. We can discuss it next time, but it's going to be I think some fun topics, so we can probably like play a game or something in class. I know the students, even if they're like in grade 12, they really do want to like, have some fun while they're at school. So I think that's cool. We'll probably do something like fun like that, and have everyone kind of participate in class, because I want to do more like class discussions and everyone kind of just telling us the answers out loud. So when we discuss the questions, I think they will have some students like, giving their opinions, and it will motivate them, I think, to like do the classwork. Yeah, so that's what's happening here. All right, so it's like 4:20 p.m. So I'm going to finish putting the lectures together, and maybe I'll just catch up with you after, maybe as I'm heading to my parents' place. All right, see you.